What is up guys, Solheim here, back with another Season of Mastery video for you. So we have some updates for the beta for Season of Mastery, as it's basically week 1 of Season of Mastery beta has been finished, and we now have week 2 of Season of Mastery beta being done, and we are continuing testing on the beta, and we have some changes on the beta itself. So let's just read through the blue post stating the changes that are happening on the beta right now. So player levels will now be capped at level 45. For those of you who didn't know, the previous version, the levels was capped at level 30, and the Adventure Weight buff now grants 40% increased experience from quest turn-ins, and this used to be 25%. We'll get more into that later in the video. Meeting stones can now be used to summon appropriately leveled party members for the associated dungeons, and there is now a PvP realm available. As a reminder, the following planned seasonal changes are not yet active in the Season of Mastery beta, and will need to be tested in future beta updates. So we have increased debuff and buff limits, increased health for raid bosses, restored raid boss mechanics, removal of world boss in raid instances, and adjustments to curtail power leveling and boosting. Personally, many of these can be changed very fast by changing some numbers on the back end. The one I'm really interested in is adjustments to power leveling and boosting, and how they are going to fix that and make adjustments to that for Classic Fresh or Season of Mastery. That one could take some time, and the fact that it's not really available on the beta yet makes me a little bit worried. That being said though, the main topic for this video will be the experience buff that has been increased right now, and I'll try to have a chat about this, give my opinion, ask you for your opinion, and basically right now on the open beta, the Adventure Weight buff grants you 40% increased experience, only from quest turn-ins mind you, and this used to be 25%. I played the open beta myself, I only got to about level 11 on the open beta, and the 25% was noticeable, but for the lower levels it barely is. Like you just notice it, it's 25%, it makes it go a little bit faster, but you don't get any more experience from killing during the quests, and when you are questing, at least with lower drop chances like there is in Classic WoW, a lot of your experience will come from killing those mobs as well. So getting that 25% experience quest turn-in increase, it's not going to make your leveling process 25% faster. More realistically, it's going to make leveling from level 1 to 60 maybe 10-15% faster. Yeah, well, 10 or 15% faster. Maybe not even that either, because a lot of it is traveling. So in total, getting 25% bonus experience only from quest turn-ins would probably not even speed you up by 10%, because you have to consider you are killing quest mobs while you're doing that quest, and you are also traveling a lot back and forth. And yeah, a lot of your time spent will be traveling and killing the mobs, with lower drop chances. Like a lot of the quest items don't have a 100% drop chance in Classic WoW. That 25% is not going to increase your leveling speed by 25%, and because they are giving us a much faster cadence this time around, and the lifespan of Season of Mastery should be roughly 1 year, I think leveling has to be significantly faster, and the point of increasing quest experience is to combat dungeon grinding, which, well, if you only have dungeon grinding, like we had in Classic WoW, we had a lot of dungeon grinding, especially in certain level brackets, like for example Scarlet Monastery. The point for this is probably to both help people level faster, but also to combat dungeon grinding, because what dungeon grinding does is it takes a lot of players out from the open world, and it makes the world itself feel less alive. At least to me, that's one huge portion of one huge point as to why this would be such a good thing. But secondly, a lot of players don't have that time to spend to level from level 1 to 60 this time around, considering we just did it a couple of years ago. Considering the kind of demographic that Classic WoW is aimed at, and also my audience for this video, and I'm making Classic WoW content, it's usually between 25 and 45 years old. Chances are you have a full-time job by now, you might have a family, a girlfriend, or also kids, and pretty much have a real life, social life, things to do outside. And just to bring an example here, In Classic WoW, I leveled from level 1 to level 60 in 10 days. I had 12 days off from work and I had 2 days left at level 60. So I leveled up in 10 days. I played 18 hours every single day. If you can play 20% as much as I did, which is still going to be 3 hours every single day, it's going to take you almost 2 months to get to level 60. And for Season of Mastery, we have new content updates every 2 months. This means that the second you are level 60, like a casual player, if you're able to keep up with 3 hours every single day, which is still quite a bit to most people if you have a full-time job, and you can't get those 2 weeks off to play this game, then it's going to be a lot of time, 3 hours every single day. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of time, and for me, like I said, I spent 10 days, it's going to take you 2 months with 3 hours played, almost 2 months. At that time, the next raid tier will be out, so you're pretty much missed out on Molten Core, and you're going straight to Blackwing Lair. To most people, this wouldn't be a problem, but for people who want to experience progression raiding in Molten Core, this is going to be a huge problem, and therefore, I do think we need to have significantly faster leveling. It kind of depends on who thinks like this, like who agrees with me and who disagrees, because I do know Classic WoW is meant for the leveling as well. Leveling is a huge portion of the game itself, and I'm by no means saying it's not. I just think because we just did this, and because it's going to have an accelerated cadence, we do kind of need to combat that with a bit of faster leveling. So to me, I actually think 40% increased experience from quest turn-ins might just be the exact amount we need. But keep in mind, this is all in open beta. They are testing this for a reason, and that is to gather feedback. So let them know through the comments down below, but also make forum posts and Reddit posts, and basically just make your voice heard. So do you prefer 25% or 40%? If you haven't tested out 40% yet, go on the open beta right now. You can make a PTR account, it's an open beta, everyone can play. So go and test out the 40% increased experience from quest turn-ins, and let me know which one you prefer. It used to be 25%, now it's 40%. Once again, 25% does not mean 25% faster leveling, and 40% probably realistically means about 15% faster leveling, and personally, I don't mind 15% faster leveling. Based on how fast this beta is progressing when it comes to development as well, like right now player levels are capped at level 45, and it's going to be increased, it's been increased by 15 every single time, meaning next time it's going to be level 60, maybe we'll get some level 60 templates, we'll jump into raiding, and we'll fix all of those things as well that needs to be adjusted on the beta. I am getting more and more hyped for Season of Mastery, and I really do think my prediction of a November 23rd release date should be about exactly when it's going to be. So if you haven't watched that video, I made a video of my predictions on the release date for Season of Mastery. I will leave a link in the pinned comment so you can go and check it out if you haven't already. But that is pretty much it, guys. That is all of the developments happening right now on the Season of Mastery beta. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it. Leave a comment down below as well, whether you prefer 40% or 25%. And also subscribe for more Season of Mastery content. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again very soon.